Try this. Right now, earning one single reader from Anthropic AI is roughly 30,000 times harder than it used to be from Google. Not 30% harder, 30,000 times. Here's why that number is insane. For almost 30 years, the internet ran on one simple deal. Let a robot copy your page, and it sends you a reader to sell an ad to. In 2025, the machines quietly stopped holding up their end, and by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what broke and what the web is building to fight back. Welcome to the Tomorrow Stack, the technology about to reshape your world before it does. Because this isn't really a story about search rankings. It's about whether there's still a business reason for anyone to write an article, shoot a review, or report the news for humans, when the machines reading it never send a single one of those humans back to you. Therefore, understand what the old deal actually looked like in practice. Cloudflare, a company that sits directly in front of a huge share of the web's traffic, published its own internal numbers. Under the classic Google arrangement, for roughly every 2 pages a crawler copied, it sent back about 1 paying visitor. Picture a photocopier at the library that, every couple of pages, also hands you an actual customer for your bake sale. Annoying, sure, but for 30 years it worked. But Google started rewriting that math from the inside. By its own cited figures, roughly 75% of mobile searches now get answered right there on the results page. An answer box, then AI overviews, without the user ever clicking through to a website at all. The famous 10 blue links didn't vanish. They just quietly became optional. Therefore, Google wasn't even the last domino. On October 21st, 2025, OpenAI launched its own web browser, Atlas, just days after Perplexity shipped a rival called Comet. The Associated Press tied Atlas directly to a future where users stay inside the AI's own summary instead of clicking through to publishers, and to the falling referral traffic those publishers were already seeing. That's not a cute browser feature. That's a distribution system designed to end the distribution part. But here's exactly where that opening number comes from. Cloudflare says earning one visitor from OpenAI now takes roughly 750 times more crawling than the old Google deal did, and from Anthropic, about 30,000 times more. Imagine a bar that used to comp you a drink every 2 rounds. Under the OpenAI deal, that's now every 750 rounds. Under Anthropicus, it's every 30,000. You'd be a regular for roughly a human lifetime before the bartender so much as remembered your name. But therefore, ask the obvious follow-up. Is the thing that replaced the click even reliable? The European Broadcasting Union studied AI assistants answering real news questions and found roughly half the answers were flawed in some way. So the machine eating the web's traffic is, about a half the time, confidently making things up, with none of the fact-checking the article it copied actually paid for. And it gets more awkward. Perplexity, one of the very answer engines replacing the click, has itself been accused by the BBC, Dow Jones, and the New York Times of lifting their reporting without permission. The company built to summarize everyone else's journalism is now defending itself against the accusation that it didn't do much summarizing at all, just copying. Meanwhile, the same companies are quietly running up a bill. In September 2025, Anthropic agreed to a reported $1.5 billion settlement in Bart's versus Anthropic over training data, the largest copyright resolution in U.S. history if approved. The New York Times is still suing OpenAI and Microsoft over the same core question. Getty is suing Stability AI. Different plaintiffs, different courtrooms, same underlying question every one of them is asking. If a company built a $1 trillion product out of somebody else's writing, photography, or reporting, does it owe that somebody a check? Anthropic just answered that question with 9 zeros. And every other AI company staring down a similar lawsuit just watched the number the courts consider fair. In other words, the companies that treated the web like an all-you-can-eat buffet are now discovering the buffet has lawyers. Training on the open web was supposed to be free. If you're starting to see why free quietly became the most expensive word in tech, that's exactly the kind of turn this channel exists to track. Hit like now, because the invoice is about to arrive. But therefore, here's the twist underneath all of it. The exact same companies that just canceled the web's traffic still need the web's content. Fresh reporting, new pages, new writing to keep training future models. They killed the incentive to publish while quietly depending on people who keep publishing anyway. That's not a stable arrangement. That's a business model eating its own supply chain. Or, more simply, the robots still need lunch, but they just fired the cooks. So, on July 1st, 2025, a date Cloudflare itself branded Content Independence Day. The company flipped a switch few outsiders even knew existed. Cloudflare said it was acting alongside a majority of the world's leading publishers and AI companies, and made blocking AI crawlers the new default. No AI bot copies your site for free anymore unless you opt in. And unlike the crawlers, it was built to stop. This wasn't some scrappy underdog stunt. Cloudflare sits in front of enough of the internet that when it moves the default, the whole web moves with it. Or, in Cloudflare's own framing, we are no longer mostly consuming originals. We're consuming derivatives. The page gets scraped, the answer gets rewritten, and the visit disappears. Therefore, alongside the blog, Cloudflare announced something stranger, a planned pay-per-crawl marketplace, where AI companies can buy the right to crawl a publisher's content priced per page, per bot. For 30 years, the web got paid after the click. This system tries to get paid before the crawl. The free lunch is being turned into a menu. Ask permission, pay the toll, or turn around. Picture every website suddenly running its own tiny customs checkpoint. A crawler shows up at the border, and before it copies a single sentence, it has to declare who it's working for and pay the entry fee, or get turned away at the gate. Multiply that by every AI company crawling every publisher on Earth, and you've built, almost overnight, an entirely new economy that didn't exist 18 months ago, and in a detail that would have sounded impossible 5 years ago. Google's own search market share is now declining for the first time in over a decade, by Cloudflare's own citation. Even the company that built the original deal is losing at its own game. So the free, ad-supported web that trained these AI systems on the cheap is quietly turning into a web with a toll booth on it. Pay-per-crawl deals, licensing agreements, and a growing list of sites that simply say no. Whether that saves publishers or just adds a new tax nobody asked for is genuinely still up in the air. If you want the next chapter the moment it breaks, who pays, who blocks everyone, whether Google's slide keeps going, subscribe, because this toll booth is still being built in real time. Here's the honest ending. The old deal really is dead. Nobody signed it back in the 1990s, and nobody's signing this new one either. It's just quietly becoming true underneath all of us, one blocked crawler at a time. So tell me in the comments, if your favorite website put up a toll tomorrow, would you actually pay it? Because somewhere right now, another crawler just hit that gate, and for the first time in 30 years, the gate didn't open for free.